Hi crafty friends, I am here to share a bunch of cards, handmade cards that I made. Uh, I kind of go on binges of making these, so anyway, I thought I would get Prima out, and I used the 8x8 paper pad, which is the French Blue collection. I used almost all of it, except I have scraps, so anyway, so I guess we'll walk through. Some of them might be pretty fast. So I did a bunch of die cutting first, and then I got out my scraps of trim and got packs of flowers out and rhinestones. So, and then my favorite baker's twine. So there's that. I used vellum on this one. I did use, there was a, like a tag notepad from this collection. This is what that's from. And then I have flowers from my stash. This is from the collection from the ephemera pack. I did use some mesh in the background here. It's the pink. Here's some trim, leftover trim I had to use up. So there's that one. And then I have this one. Some of them are pretty simple, but they do have dimension to them with adding the trim and the flowers. And then I use Rene Bouquet's pleated tulle here, which is one of my favorite trims to use. And here's this trim that I use throughout most of the cards. And then the flowers here. I don't put sentiments on my cards. I don't like stamping. So I just have to be in the mood to do the stamping. So anyway, so this bow is from one of Prima's, one of their collections. I had leftover pieces in my stash. So here's this one. I put some vellum, I put some mesh here, flower, one of the bows, a fringe, ruffle, from one of my dies. So there's that. Some flatback gemstones, gem crystals, I don't know what they're called, die cut, and then some vellum from, I was picking up some scraps, and then flowers from the collection, and this is from the collection also. Here's another one. So I just added some mesh here, vellum in the background, a bow, and then flowers, and then some trim in from my stash, and then the twine in the background. And this one is, like I said, they're pretty simple on my level. Usually I go crazy and really layer them. But anyway, some flowers, some of the trim. Here's some eyelash trim that was just laying on my desk. I grabbed it and put it behind this Let Life Surprise You. And then here's this one. I have a couple die cuts from my that I cut out. Flowers, Rene Bouquet's pleated tulle here. More of this white trim, and then white mesh here. And then this is from the collection. This is just a piece of trim from my stash. A die cut that I cut out from the collection. This is from the the ephemera pack, I believe. I don't know. They had a couple different ones. I don't know. Journaling pack. I don't know what it was called. And then more of this trim here. I had a little piece left, or maybe like a yard left. And then more flowers. And then I have this one. I saw this in my stash of cut aparts to use up, so I thought I would use that. I love this pink. This trim piece was in my stash just all by itself, so I just trimmed it nicely and put it there. I used foil on the back of this piece here, and with this one I just used some scraps. I did some banner cutting, a couple of flowers, the trim, the bow, and then the baker's twine. And then this one has vellum in the background. It has a die cut that I cut out. These are from the ephemera pack. One of the bows, more trim here, and then this is a die cut from my that I cut out using foil, and then white mesh. I don't normally like images, but I was just trying to use up some of the stuff in this collection. So white mesh here, a die cut, some trim from, you know, leftover stuff. It was a little piece, so I thought I would use it up. This is from my stash. The bow is from the collection, from one of Prima's collections. Here's another one. These flowers are a little thick for me, but I thought they were pretty for this one. Just a couple die cuts, the white mesh, the trim here, and then the two flowers and the baker's twine. Here's another one. I used vellum in the background. These two pieces were from the, I hope I'm in frame. This one, these were just from my scrap pile while I was creating. Here's a doily from my stash, ephemera piece, and then flowers, and then the leaf, 2 leaves from the flower pack that I had. Here's a super simple one. This kind of happened on accident. I was trying to pull the twine through the tiny hole and it didn't want to come all together, so I just kind of put glue there, and I thought that was, I like the look of that. Here's some trim from my stash, the white mesh, and then a tag from the collection. Here is another one with some white mesh, the trim here, some flowers, a couple die cuts, the baker's twine, and then this ephemera piece from the pack. Here's another one. See, there's enough room if somebody wanted to put a sentiment in here. I actually forgot to die cut some small envelopes I was going to do with this collection, but it got buried once I started, so I had papers everywhere. A die cut, and then ephemera piece from the collection, flowers, Renee bouquets, pleated tulle, and then this, I think this was from Prima. And here's another one. Basically, you know, I did a bunch of die cutting and then I just started whipping them out. So there's that one. Here's this one. Only about 10 more. Here's another one. So just a die cut tag from the collection. There you can barely see the doily trim in the back. Die cut the white mesh, and then some satin ribbon from my stash. This these flowers are from the collection. And then flat back gems. Here's another one. A doily from my stash, trim from my stash, die cut, then banners here, and then this piece was from the ephemera pack, and this butterfly. And this one, basically, like I said, the same thing. I used a lot of this white mesh almost on every card. I used vellum, die cut. This is from the ephemera pack. These two flowers are from the, I had like 4 or 5 flower packs that I used up. That came with the collection. And so there's that. Here's another one. Here's another one. So this was one of Prima's sticker chipboard packs. That one said thank you, so I put it on there. And this one says wonderful. I really don't care for this gold on here. It's just the wrong tone, but anyway, there's that. Look at how tall this, I think I did like 30, just over 30 cards since like a day and a half. Here's some trim from my stash. This is from my stash. Die cuts, doily here, flowers from the collection, and this butterfly is from the ephemera pack. And then here's another one with the, it looks like an envelope, but it's not. These flowers are from the collection. I did use this trim, sequins trim. It's like a, I don't know what it's called, but it has sequins on it and it has flowers on it. One more. So here's this one. So I had a vellum piece from my scrap pile, some lace trim, a doily, ephemera pack piece, the trim that I used throughout the cards, and then this Renee Bouquet's pleated tulle. I did use my glue gun, so I see strings here. These flowers are from the flower packs, and that is it. So I hope you're inspired. I don't know if I'll do cards for a while, but if I feel up for it, I might work through my scrap pile. This collection is really pretty. I do have a 12 by 12. I might do a layout, which I haven't done in a while. So anyway, I hope you're having fun crafting. Thanks for watching. Bye.